Hello everyone. Welcome to Cabbage Patch Soap. My name is Laura and today we are making a Beauty and the Beast themed soap. And we will also be cutting the Dracula soap from our previous live. Hi Ian, welcome. I know, it's almost like I do this regularly. Multitasking, huh? Eavesdropping, I see. So this is a really good time to say bad things about you, is that what I'm hearing? Probably not, I don't know. It's not a whole lot of bad things somebody could say about you, probably. All right, so here is the top of that soap that we made on the last live, which was Monday. I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to carefully try to get this out of the mold. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. I'm going to turn this over. I saw that little video of Zooey that you posted. That was cute. Looking at the birds. Okay, so we got that out. That's good. That's good. So this is what the bottom looks like. Looks kind of like marble. There's the sides and the top. All right. Just going to line this up and cut it. Get all this soap off my gloves. This, since we didn't gel it, it's not, well, I didn't put it in the oven anyway. It's a little bit on the soft side, which is completely fine. No, this kitty cannot join. The kitty has to stay out. I really don't want to have to give the kitty a bath because it got soap batter on it or something. Because you know that's exactly what would happen. All right. Making sure that this is centered well enough. All right. Let's see what the inside looks like. I know I mean. I know. Okay. All right. So here is the first bar. Oh, it's not going to come apart. Yeah, it's a little bit soft still. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Look, the red is like dripping. Hey, look, that turned out better than I was hoping. I kind of like that. The top looks really stormy. I'm really happy with this one. Also, that fragrance held really, really well. I think putting this on the shelf instead of the oven was a good idea. It smells really strong of well, not overpowering, but very I don't know how to describe. Anyway, very good smell. It's cherries and almond predominantly. Smells amazing. There's this side, and then here's the other side of that. Let's see what you're saying here. He's trying to get through the window. Oh. Hi, Lorna. Welcome. Yeah, they actually get out there to get to the birds, and then they have to run and hide. They change their mind pretty quick. Here's the other side of that one. Yeah, it does. It does kind of look like blood dripping. I'm really glad that turned out. That's what I was hoping for when I dropped it in like I did. And then up here you can see like almost like red veins going through um the black, white, and gray. It's almost like marble on this side too. Okay, well, I'm happy with how that came out. I might have to use that method again. That was fun. All right, and here is what the two end pieces look like. Even the end pieces look cool. I'm going to go ahead and set these on the shelf. These definitely need to cure. You can tell on my gloves that the soap was a little on the soft side because I didn't force gel. I don't know if this gelled or not. Normally you'd be able to tell because there'd be like a gel ring in the middle. So either this didn't gel at all, and that's why there's no ring, or it did gel despite me not putting it in the oven. It has been warm here, so I don't know. But though, by the way the soap feels, like how soft it is, I don't think it gelled. And that's totally fine. That just means I need to get this on the rack right now. So let me go clear a spot. All right. Okay, we got a space for this now. Let me just go ahead. And we will get the little individual bar in just a moment. I want to make sure these are safely on the shelf first. I like that fragrance a lot. I might use that again soon because I really like the smell of almonds. And this one is just really, really nice. So, okay. All right, those are taken care of. So let's get this individual bar. Now, see what you're saying here real quick. Oh no, a mockingbird tried to attack him once. Oh no. Yeah, I wouldn't like birds either if they attacked me. Okay, I'm gonna be really careful popping this out because it is a little on the soft side. Oh, that came out nice and clean. Good, okay. Well, that's really pretty. This is nice. It looks like marble or something. I really like how this bar turned out. Maybe I can make a set of these on purpose. Just flattening this out here where I pushed up on it. There we go. That's better. That came out looking really nice. The face bar. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Da-da-da. The face bar. Well, I'll be honest. I'm not sure which one you mean. I'm gonna guess it was. Was it this one? If not, I can get the other one. Okay, must be the other one. It was the one on the end, right? This one? Let me see. Yes, this one. Okay, so you're seeing a face. Let me look at this. Right near the middle. Maybe if I set it down. I'm gonna look on the screen. Oh yeah. Turn it sideways. I think I probably turned it the wrong way, didn't I? Oh, okay, let's see. No, she's that's what I thought. Okay. Okay, let's try it. All right. Oh, there it is. You're right. Right there in the middle. See, the camera has a really good angle for that and it shows up. But in real life, I don't see it at all. That's bizarre. Even if I stand like right over it. I see what you're looking at now though. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, yeah, I see that. I see it on the camera, but I'm not seeing it on the actual soap. That's funny. I think it's just the way that the camera, like, since it's directly above it, I'm looking at it like this, but even then, you can still see it. That's weird. Huh. Interesting. Well, I can see it on the camera, but I can't see it on the bar when I look at it. I think it's just the way that the camera picks things up a little bit differently than our eyes see it. That's kind of funny. Be like one of those optical illusions. Okay, I'm gonna set this down. I'm gonna see if I can get this off my hands. If I don't want to change my gloves, if I don't have to. The real trick would be to see if she had a reflection. That's what we should be checking. All right, let me clean this off real quick and put it back, and then we will get started on Beauty and the Beast. Let me see what you're saying here. Yeah, I like looking for the surprise designs also, but like I said, it didn't show up in real life. I don't know why. My camera is playing tricks on me probably. I'm going to go ahead and just take these gloves off, I think, because that soap stuff is not coming off. All right. So, the Beauty and the Beast, the story, fairy tale, from the information I could find anyway. So, this may or may not be 100% correct, and it's such an old story. I don't know how we could prove one thing one way or the other, but apparently it was written in 1740, or maybe published in 1740. I don't know. But around that time, so it's a long time ago. And just checking the chat real quick. Okay, so in that original story, what I remember of it, because I do remember hearing it before, and anyways, you guys are probably familiar with it. It's a little bit different than the ones we see, like the modern versions of it, but basically, the main character, Beauty, she had two sisters, and her father was a merchant, and he was going away to get the goods off of his boat or whatever. And so he asked his daughters if they wanted anything, and her sisters asked for, expensive gifts, and she said she just wanted a rose or a flower or something. And then, of course, when her father went to collect his goods, there was some issue. The ship didn't make it for some reason. It crashed or something happened. So he had to leave empty-handed. So he couldn't get his daughters the gifts they asked for, except that he remembered that Beauty had asked for a flower, which was something he could just pick up on his way back. So he saw some roses growing, and he picked one, and that happened to be a rose that grew on Beast's property, and he wasn't happy about that. So that's how that got started. So it's a little bit different than some of the modern stories. Anyway, I looked up some pictures, some images from the time period, and tried to find some good pictures of Beauty and the Beast, and I did find some actually. And the Beast is usually depicted as like either being like part pig or part some other like similar animal, and he's brown in color. So I got some of this brown iron oxide, which I've used before. And also he's usually depicted wearing red. I've seen him in, some of the pictures had other colors, but typically red. Either he was wearing red or red was incorporated into his outfit somehow. So we're going to be doing his half of the soap in brown and red. And then for Beauty, she was wearing all different colors, but I saw a lot of blue and I saw a lot of pink. So here's the pink. Oh, by the way, this red is Trial by Fire. It's that same red, the one by Nurture Soap that I used in the previous soap, the Dracula soap. And you saw how nice that came out in the soap, so we're going to use it again. This is Amaranth Pink by Nurture Soap. It's a nice kind of medium pink, not too overpowering, although I might lighten it with a little bit of titanium dioxide. We'll see. And then for the blue, I chose this. It's called Celestial Silver. It's a blue-gray in the soap, but it's really, really, really nice. It's very nice, like muted blue. And then sometimes she was wearing purple or yellow, and I thought the purple would go better with this color scheme, so I'm going to do a little bit of purple. And hopefully we can get all these colors mixed. There's a whole lot of colors and a whole bunch of different colors. And we're going to do like a half and half design at an angle. So we'll tilt the soap, and half the soap will be the Beast's colors and half the soap will be Beauty's colors. So I needed a fragrance that that was gender neutral enough to where it smelled feminine, but also not so feminine that it would be like too flowery for a guy to use. This one's called Sanctuary, and just smelling it again, it has a very clean smell. There are some fruity and floral notes there, but it's predominantly just a very nice, clean smell. It doesn't smell to me overly feminine, which is good. Um, they list this as having top notes of bergamot and coriander, and then there are other notes like jasmine, lavender, and rose, which I thought would be perfect for Beauty's half of the soap, at least. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. So I thought this was a good choice for that. Now, since it does have floral notes, it's probably going to accelerate a little bit. So what we're going to do is add the fragrance right before we pour the soap. So let me just get my face shield real quick. All right, so we got that on. I'm going to grab another whisk and another. I already have 2 spatulas, but I'm just going to grab another one just in case. Let's see. Let's use this one. Okay, this looks good. So I've got a couple more. And I apologize if you guys can hear like a fan or something. I do have the AC going. I'm trying to prevent this from getting too warm because I want to be able to soap without it overheating. We're going to use this to prop up the mold. And also for the top of the soap, I thought we could use these cute flowers. There are some little tiny flowers that I punched out. I thought those would be cute on top. So don't let me forget to use those. I set these over here. All right. Let me just check what you're saying before I start here. Yeah, Sandy, where have you been? It's been a while. It's good to see you back. I'm going to go ahead and pour this in real quick, and after this, we're going to have to kind of move pretty quick. And I moved my pictures out of the way. Okay. So here's the pictures. I don't know if I'm going to use them all. We'll see. All right. Tap this. And I'm just going to barely mix this together because, like I said, I'm pretty confident that that fragrance is going to accelerate a little bit. And also I've got a lot of different colors to do. So that's it for right now. So we've got, we'll save these for the beast. And we'll do beast colors second just because they're darker and the flowers will stand out better against it. And also because it'll be easier to go from Beauty's colors and then do beast colors without having to clean all the equipment thoroughly. If I did the beasts first, they're really dark and I think it would overpower the pinks and stuff like that. Okay, so let's do Beauty's colors first. Here's the beast. Okay, just gonna mix this up a little more. Make sure we don't have a lot of separation going on. Okay, a little bit in here, a little bit in here, a little bit in here. Let's do that for the purple. Oops, pink, blue. Okay. Then of course the tricky thing is I probably could have weighed this. That would have been smart. But yeah, it looks like the beast looks like he has plenty in his. So I'm going to go ahead and put some more in these. All right, get this. I'm just going to scrape the rest out into here. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. All right, so we're going to set these two aside for now. We'll come back to those. And we're going to work on these. This one's got a lot in it. I'm going to put a little bit in here. Just a little. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, first we got to mix in the colors. Move this out of the way. All right. I'm going to put the purple in this because I just wanted a little bit of that. And this purple is called Purple Haze by Nurture Soap. I know on the screen, well, for me on the screen it looks blue. It's not blue at all. It's very purple. And it has a lovely, like, I don't know, a cast to it almost. So when you look at it, it's like a little bit shiny. It's very pretty. Okay, about the Purple Haze. For the blue, we're using that Celestial Silver. Okay. Trying to close this. Okay, there we go. All right. Didn't want to sit it down without it being closed. It would poof. And then the Amaranth Pink. And then we'll put a little bit of this in here. This one's also, these are all very shiny colors when you put them in. I just wish they would stay that way, but in cold process soap, typically the colors kind of go like a matte instead of staying shiny, which is totally fine. But they stay shiny on the top of the soaps usually, so that's one way you can go about it. All right, so I'm going to use the small spatula for this just because I think with a small amount of soap, it's not necessary to do more than that. Okay, and what we'll do with this is an in the pot swirl. Yeah, you can see how nice that pink is. Once I mix all the colors though, I'm going to check and see how I like them. I might, like I said, I might add some titanium dioxide to kind of tone down that pink, but we'll see. I wanted more pastel-y, like softer colors. Okay. Oops, we got some the oil on there. Okay. Yeah, and you can see how this is a really pretty, like, blue-gray. It's like silvery blue. It's very, very pretty. It's one of my favorite colors that they make. Okay, here's the purple. That purple is perfect. All right. So I think I will add a little bit of white to this pink. And see if we can get that toned down just a little. All right, that's better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that goes better. Now we've got kind of a pastel tone, and then two, like this is like a grayish blue instead of like just blue, and then we got this nice bold purple. So I think that's perfect. All right, so let me get this mold set up. And what you do is, if you want to do a half and half, is you just tilt it up like this, and then we're going to fill this so that it reaches the back corner of this mold, like back in there, up to about here, near the top. And then we need to give that a minute or two to set up, and then we can tilt it back and pour the next color on. So the beast colors will be next. All right. All right, let me pour in some of this fragrance. I'm just checking to see. Doesn't look like it's separating. Okay, so go ahead and pour some of this in here, this in here, this in here. This is a very, very nice fragrance, actually. All right. Might be my imagination, but it almost does feel like it's thickening, which is what I wanted, so that's fine if it does. Because we need that bottom layer to set up a little bit before we can pour on the next set of colors. Huh? Hey, Ian. Yeah, that cat especially cannot join, because she will definitely get up here and cause troubles. So sometimes it's okay. Well, not really. Not if I'm filming. I don't have them out. But some cats, obviously, just like anybody else, are prone to troublemaking more than others, and she's definitely a troublemaker. All right, just gonna give that a second. check this one. I probably should stick blend this to get this to thicken up, but I guess I'm worried about mixing the colors when I shouldn't be. Let me I'll go ahead and stick blend a little bit, and hopefully it'll be fine. Let's see. There's not much batter there. Yeah. So this is thickening up just fine. I don't know if there's even enough, like in the purple. I don't even know if there's enough to get under the blades, or to get over the blades, for the blades to get under. You know what I'm trying to say. Where's the spatula that I was using? Here it is. Okay. So basically, it's going to be pointless trying to stick blend the other colors because there's just not enough in there. So we just have to be patient. All right. Let me clean this off real quick. So just take a second here. All right. That's good enough. We'll set that aside. And try this. Okay, this is thickening. Okay, good. Okay, let's try this. That's getting there. Okay, this purple. Yep. Okay. All right. I think we are probably at the point where it's a good idea to put these together since I'm doing it in the pot swirl, and then pour them into the mold, and then hopefully they will do what they're supposed to do. So let me get this. First I'm gonna scrape down the sides of this pink. Try to get as much of this to stay, since I don't have very much of any one color. Make sure we're not losing a whole lot to the sides. I'll scrape down the blue. And we're going to put this in, like, let's say here maybe, and some over here. Okay. And then just wherever. All right, I'm just going to scrape this out. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then, what did I do with that picture? Oh, I haven't done anything with it. All right, then I'm going to put the purple in. And I'm going to pour this from a little higher up. So I'm going to move this. Hopefully it'll still be in frame, so I don't hit the camera. And basically I'm just going to pour it down, because if there's not much of this, and if the other colors are too thick, then it will only have purple on one side, and I don't want that. So that looks like it's worked out just fine. I'll keep pouring this in. All right. Okay. Looks good. So these are the colors. You can see they're kind of jiggly, so that's good. That means they're starting to firm up. For this type of pour, we want that. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in, and hopefully we can get it to have a nice angle. So it's in the back corner now. I'm just tapping it because I want it to be flat on top without it creeping up the back wall of the soap, because I want there to be a relatively clean edge. Now, of course, in the very back corners, it's not quite reaching. So I'm going to grab my fork. Got this fork, and all I'm going to do is take the handle and kind of go back in the corner and make sure that that goes all the way to the corner without it creeping up the sides. So hopefully we'll get a relatively clean corner back there. All right. We have a little bit of space left and a little bit of soap left, so let's see if this is enough to fill that. It looks like it might be. Yeah, there's more in there than it looks. Okay. So let's just once again tap this out. I'm going to turn it towards me so I can see what I'm doing. But basically, I'm just trying to tap it out without it flooding to the back corners. Okay, that's doing pretty good. All right. So that seems to have gone just fine. We'll leave that. We got to let it set up a little bit. I'm going to move it over here. And what I'll do is get our handy dandy individual mold. And while we can still pour this, go ahead and put this in here. Okay. It's really pretty. It's like a pastel, not really a rainbow, I guess. Not all the colors are there, but it's pretty. Okay. I'm just going to tilt this and get it to spread out all over the bottom of that mold. There we go. We got the bottom layer of that color done. All right. Now for the next one. And go ahead and mix this up. We need to get those colors in and the fragrance. All right. So far, everything seems to be going okay. I'm going to add this brown. And like I've shown you guys before, this brown, you just need a tiny bit. And you just need to, like, that's actually probably enough. But I only want to mix this once because what I'm going to do is add the fragrance. And that will loosen this up enough, hopefully, for me to be able to stick blend it. And then they're going to pour them together, do another in the pot swirl, and pour it right on top of that first color that we made. Okay, let me mix this in real quick. Okay, yeah, that red, that's plenty red. That's a really, really nice red. Okay, so let's leave that alone. I tend to want to add more than is necessary because I'm always afraid of it not being enough, but this is fine. There's a little bit of like raw soap in the corners that I will get out in a second. Just mixing this brown. Might need a little more, but I don't think so. I think once we stick blend it, it's going to be okay. All right, so first we'll get this lovely stained spatula that has become my favorite, and get that raw batter out of the corners. Okay. All right, and we'll do the same thing here. Get the raw batter out of the corners. All right. Oops. All right, now I'm going to set that aside, and what I'll do is add this fragrance now, and we will stick blend this. Okay. Do the red first, because the red will disappear very easily into the brown, but not the other way around. Yeah, see, that was plenty of brown. We didn't need to add more than that. So that's why I like to stop before I think I need to, because usually I need to stop. Okay, so what we'll do, since we do have this brown on the spatula, I will scrape the brown into the red, and then we will hopefully be able to pour this on without too many issues. So let me pour this in real quick. The brown is probably going to be a little thicker than the red just because I had to stick blend it, but it's still pourable. So, and we just need it to pour and fit on top. So that should be fine. And then I have to remember the flowers. Don't let me forget the flowers. All right, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to do one little swirl like that. Okay. In fact, let's scrape it off here. Okay, there we go. All right, so now you see when we set it upright, it's staying. Do you see how it's staying at an angle like that? And what we'll do, just to make sure I don't hopefully damage the lower layer. I'm going to carefully pour over the spatula to gently get that soap to fill this top half of the mold. Okay, let me stop here and gently tap it out. Hopefully there's no air bubbles. I also see like right there's a sliver of the lower level showing, so I'm just going to bounce this to get it to fill that corner, and over here, same thing. Okay, there we go. And then once again, we will tap it. Okay, so the pour anyway, the pour went really well, so I'm really glad for that. The smell is amazing. It's really clean, fresh. Has a good like combination of fragrances. It just goes together well, and it's not overly feminine. So that was also what I was trying to avoid, because typically floral scents, which would make sense for beauty, wouldn't, and beast, but hold on a second. Take off this face shield. Okay. You don't necessarily want a very, very feminine soap for Beauty and the Beast. So I'm glad I was able to find something. Oh, I'm glad you like the colors, Lorna. Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and pour the rest of this on top of here. So, Stacy, I'll be putting the roses on the top of the soap. Let me just get this in here. What I wanted to do was since it's Beauty and the Beast, I wanted to represent them separately. And so that's why I did like a half and half soap. So the red and brown is the Beast's colors, because when I looked up the old paintings and old, illustrations for the story, they typically had him wearing red. I don't know why, but that's how they did it. And then Beauty was typically wearing like softer colors, pinks and blues primarily, some purple, some yellow. And so that's why I did that. So the first layer we poured is supposed to represent Beauty. Second layer is supposed to represent the Beast. And then I've got those flowers that I mentioned. So let's put the flowers on. Okay, sorry, my back is hurting. I moved around a little bit today, which probably I shouldn't have done. How dare I do anything other than sit around, right? All right, so let's get this. So now, let me get let me get a little palette knife thingy, I think, because I want to make sure I put these on, but I don't disrupt the surface of the soap. Okay, here's one. This one will work. All right. So I've got these little palette knives. This one was handy, so I grabbed it. So what I'm going to do is put, I guess, like 3 going down in rows, because we're going to cut it this way, so that each bar gets half a beast and half beauty, half beast on each bar. Let me just grab a rose. So I'm just going to try. I'm going to try to just like push them off with. Let me use this. Make sure there's no soap batter on it. Looks fine. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put the first one on. So there's the first one. Oh, it's not even in. I'm sorry. There you guys go. So this is going to represent the roses or flowers that she asked her father to get for her. Okay. Oops. Oh, of course, I put it in upside down. Well, let's see if it. I'm going to get a different one. Okay. Now it's hard to see probably on that camera, but they have little indentations on top, so that's why there technically is like a top and a bottom to these flowers. I'm just going to gently tap that one so it's into the soap a little better. There we go. Okay. Try part 2. There we go. And I'm also hoping that I space these out properly so that the wires miss them. when I do the cutting. Okay, there we go. So it feels like that one in the middle is a little off center. Let me just, I can probably nudge it over slightly. Oops. There we go. Okay, that looks good. You can see the indentation now? Okay, good. Okay. Let's push it down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Let's get this one. Okay. Try not to breathe. I don't want to breathe and mess it up. There we go. Let's put one more on that side. Okay. There we go. It's like a rose trellis or something. All right. Okay, that one. Okay, this one's cute. Let's put this one on. I try to make a few extra so that, you know, if I decide I don't like one or if it gets messed up while it's waiting to be put on the soap, then I have a couple more I can go to. All right, let's put this one on. Okay. I'm glad I did it this way. I was going to do the colors the other way around with the dark colors on the bottom, but I felt, whoops, well, there I go thinking. Anyways, I figured these really light colored flowers probably wouldn't show up very well against that background, so that's why I switched it. And the dark colors on top. Also because, like I said, when I go to mix the colors, all of my tools would have had the dark brown and the red on them, which would not have mixed very well with the lighter colors. Okay, I just need one more. I got this one. That's pretty cute. So, okay, don't want to mess it up. Okay, okay, I can breathe. I think I can. Let's see. Got to get this to center a little bit better. Okay, there we go. All right. This side up. Yes, exactly. It's true, you know, it's true. All right, so what I'm going to do now is set this aside. Okay. And we're going to put roses on top of this little individual bar. So all the ones that didn't get used will go here. So that way they are not wasted. There we go. We'll even throw in the ones that fell in the soap, because as long as I put the red side down like that, that was a happy accident. Okay, there we go. We'll push these in a little better. And it was this one got soap. Well, actually, it's not that bad on the side. Let's I'm gonna try to try to place it in properly, but of course not. Okay, that's fine. It's not quite where I wanted it to go. Oh, better not scoot it over. Not quite where I wanted it to go, but it's in there. At least it's being used. Okay, so little individual bar set. The main bars are done, and we'll put this one in the oven. I think this will be okay to put in the oven, and we'll force it to gel. So hopefully those colors, the pastels, will be nice and bold. Well, bold for pastels. Let me just see what you guys are saying here. Yeah, Stacy, my cat too wants to be in the middle of whatever I'm doing exactly. Yeah, Sandy, your dogs do that. Yeah, it's like they know you're leaving them out of something. Yeah, nature isn't perfect. Tell me about it. So next, that is a good question. Either we'll do another movie soap. Or I remembered I have the cutouts for the little woodland animals. I may do one of those. I was looking at what I had and thought some of them were really cute. So um, I may do one of those. So we will see. We will see. Um, I do like this idea of doing like movies and stories and things like that because it's kind of fun to reinterpret something. But yeah, if there's anything special, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I could, although probably it would end up being a soap similar to this one where it was half and half. So I might save that design for like next week or something, just so we have like a different design to break up that one. Just because it's very clearly like I want to very clearly represent the two different things, unless we had like opposing colors, like completely opposite on the color wheel, and we did like a swirl with that, like red and green or blue and orange or something like that. And I'd also have to find a good fragrance to match that. But yes, definitely, I will. That was one when you mentioned it. I think you mentioned it earlier, and when I saw it, I thought, oh, that would be another good like half and half design soap. Um, so that will be fun to come up with a design for sure. And then you mentioned another one. I don't remember what the. Let's see, black and white movie. Yeah, it's a book also. Um, all the black and white ones, I'm gonna either have to take like an element from the movie, like with Dracula and the blood, and then using red, or use black and white again. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research and see if I can find something out of those old black and white movies that I can use for color that would represent it well. But definitely, I will go back and look and see, um, see what we can use because I think it's a lot of fun taking something and then like reinterpreting it. So I'm all for that. Alrighty, guys. I will. I wish I don't have the community tab open yet, because otherwise I could post like a poll or I could post like an update. Well, this is what I'm thinking of making. Unfortunately, it doesn't let me post there yet, so I have to wait. But once I'm able to, you'll start seeing more updates from me as far as like what I plan to make and ideas helping you guys helping me choose colors or fragrances and stuff. A green potion, yeah, yeah, we could do that. I think I have to check and see. I have some stamps, and I know I was gonna get the green well, it's not green, but like it's a potion shaped. I knew I was going to get it, but I don't remember if I did because I have to be really careful because I'll go overboard and buy like tons and tons and tons of little cutters and stamps and things for the soaps, and then I mean like realistically, am I gonna use them? That's the problem. So I'm trying really hard not to buy all the things that are cute, but I did want a potion one. I did. And so what we could even do, if we're going to go that route with potions and stuff, is wait until it's closer to Halloween, because that might be something that we could do like a whole you know a whole genre of soap, like from that genre of like horror or thrillers and things like that, where yeah, that might be kind of fun. I'll have to think about it. Yeah, magic theme. There you go. Do unicorns. That's exactly what comes to mind immediately. But there's, we could do like a Peter Pan. Peter Pan is there was there was a Peter Pan movie made a long time ago, and I don't remember the year. I'll have to look it up. But I believe that one it was either in color or they colorized it. I don't remember which, but um, you know, the Raven. Yeah, we could do that. I'll have to see if I have a Raven stamp. That would be a lot of fun. And there is a set of soaps I've been planning to make. Love Yourself asked me to do like a basically it's like 4 soaps, and it was like it would be like a diorama when I was done, but it required a lot of different like cutouts and stamps. So I've been collecting those slowly, and I'm going to eventually do that one. I thought that would be fun. So, but that would be definitely be closer to the holidays because most of the stuff in that diorama would relate to Halloween and also to like Christmas time. So I'll do that one probably in the fall. So, but yes, that is the plan. So I will look through my woodland animals, and we will also check out Jekyll and Hyde and some of the other older movies and see if we can come up with something that will be good with some color. That way they're just not all black and white, but yes, I'll definitely find some. I think maybe doing them black and white with like one color object or something, that might be cool. Like you mentioned with the potion. Maybe we can do that. Anyways, but I will see you guys all on Monday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was so much fun. I'm really excited to see how this comes out. I'm hoping that the slant stayed nice and level. And if you guys have any questions or comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, giving, and subscribing. It really helps me out. And thank you guys so much. I will see you all soon. Have a great night.